So in this video we're going to have a look at the overlay control room, which allows the user to be able to manually play out graphics on their production when they might be triggered by a director or producer in their broadcast environment. So the first thing you can see on the output here is that I have my Liga dashboard open. In the bottom right in the smaller window I have the monitoring link for the match that I'm covering in a smaller window to see the graphics that are going to be on the output. So you can see at the moment there is just a watermark there at the moment. So from the Liga dashboard, what we're going to do is the first thing we have to do is make sure that the auto mode here is turned off. If auto mode is on, you can see that it changes to run through the sequence that happens when auto mode is enabled. So we want that switched off in order to be able to control the graphics manually. So if we toggle that off, you'll see now that the output clears and it's waiting for the operator to put whatever graphics they require on the screen. So come over to the three ellipses on the right hand side of the match that you want to control, click on that, and then from the available options select overlay control. Now a new window will open up and that will take you into the UI basically where the graphics live and that you can play out as and when the match is happening. So you can see over here we've got stuff that is for the break, so you've got a background, you've got the intro, the match ID, the team stats. During the stuff for in the game you have events, the scoreboard, the status and team stat comparison. Then over on the right hand side here you have captions that you can type in manually, statistics that are being logged during the game that you can keep your eye on. And then you can see here there's a play-by-play, but there are no events to show because the match hasn't started. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my Liga dashboard and open up the live score app. And what I'll do is I'll say we don't want any players in there just for the benefit of this. So I'll put that the players have entered, the match is about to start, and I'll start the first half. So confirm all of those. So now you can see here that I'm in the match itself. So the actual scoring of the match is still the same. It's done within the live score app. There is videos and knowledge-based articles on our help center to talk you through those if you so wish to go and have a look at those. So if we go back to the overlay control now, so I can now see that if I hit on the drop down of the scoreboard and I want to have a look at what is going to go on the output, so you can see in the bottom right monitoring window there's nothing on the output at the moment. So if I want to see the scoreboard itself, I can just click on this little eye icon here and I can see that the clock is ticking. You've got the Reds v the Spartans as the match, and right, so that's a preview and I'm like, right, I'm happy with that. So select the preview window to close, click on the eye again, and if you just hit show, you'll see that the graphic goes to air. So that is me manually controlling that. So I can see here that on the scoreboard this graphic is on air. If I hit it off air, it will go off the output like so, and again show back on, and there it goes again. So from these actual drop downs themselves, as the match progresses, the amount of events will increase in here. So you see there's no data at the moment because nothing's been logged. So if I go back to what I'll do is I'll put there's been a player that has been sin binned, for example. So go back over to here and I can see that there has been a sin bin has turned up in the event section. So if you were to click on that, you can have a little look at that, and you can see that you've got, because basically if you've got players logged within your starting lineups, you can log the particular person, but because I didn't put any teams in, it's just giving me a generic graphic there. But so you can see that the events will add to the event section here. So if I wanted to play that out, I could just hit show, and you can see that it's going to sit nicely on the output of my production, and then get rid of that like so, and then take the preview away. So if I wanted more than, so these essentially can equate as sort of playlists themselves as well. So within background here, for example, you could add, so you can give these a name. So if I name that as main background, for example, main BG, call it like so. You can add another one. If you hit the little plus icon here, you see now that you've got another sort of template that you can call whatever you want, and just call that, I don't know, backup BG, for example. So it's like you can make little playlists within these little drop downs. So if you had multiple things that you wanted to show, if you had match IDs, one with you could save down more than one essentially. So again, you can just preview them and have a look at how they're going to look. and then if you're happy with that, you can hit on the eye icon again, and that will disappear. So I'll take that one off there, and I'll go right. They want the match ID. So you see the clock's gone now. So if I now hit the eye icon, see that, and I'll animate that. That goes onto my output. So it's basically, this is how you would control your Liga graphics if you were running it in manual mode. So it's very, very straightforward, very, very user friendly. But if there is anything else that you'd like me to go over, then please don't hesitate to contact us at Liga, and we'll do our best to help.